So welcome to 11.3. As promised, all we're going to do is take 11.2, finding the x and y intercepts, and then use them to make graphs. All right, so to find the x and y intercepts, I'd like to start with the y-intercept, making the x coordinate equal to 0 for every y-intercept. Divide both sides by -4. Y equals 12 divided by -4, -3. So the y-intercept here is 0, -3. The x-intercept, all right, you're going to make y equal to 0. So 3x minus 4 times 0 equals 12. That goes away. Divide by 3. X equals 4, so it's 4, 0. Now, you're going to make a little sketch, and you're going to see that these are the easiest to plot, because the y-intercept, you just go 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, -3. The x-intercept, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you draw a line between them. Done. All right. And so I'll do it on the grid. 4, 0 is the x-intercept. It's on the x-axis. 0, -3 is the y-intercept. Use a straight edge. And there you go. That's the line that 3x minus 4y equals 12 makes. So how many different lines can pass through those 2 points? One. There is one and only one line that passes through any 2 points. Oh, there it is again. I had already plotted it. Right? So those remind you, what's the one on the left? That's what? Slope-intercept form. Why do we call it that? Because there's the slope. There's part of the y-intercept. What's the one on the right called? It's called standard form. Standard, I got to spell standard right. And standard. Standard form is in the form ax plus by equals c. What's slope-intercept form in? That's in the form y equals mx plus b. These are just, right? And notice the b in slope-intercept is a lowercase b. It's all uppercase in standard. These are all traditions. This is the way every teacher goes through this. We all agree that on these 2 forms and the letters used. Okay. All right. So let's understand this. So we were finding intercepts, but there is only one line through any 2 points. So make a little sketch and plot 5, 7, and 2, -8. All right, and then draw as many lines as you can that go through both of them. Well, that's a trick question, because there is only one line that goes through both of those points. That's it. There is no other line that goes through both those points. Whoops, I made it in blue the first time, so I'll stay with blue there. All right, let's do this. Is different 2 points. They're at -9, -1, which is right there, and 2, 8. Now draw a line through those 2 points. There it is. There is no other line that goes through those 2 points. Now, let's plot 11, 0. So 11, 0, right there's 10, 0. You can plot 11, 0. It's off the graph, but it's there. That's why you have arrows there. And 0, -4. Okay. Oops, and then hold on, I have to draw this line. And I want to make sure we know where -3.5, 0 is. Right, so there's -3. So -3.5, 0 is halfway between -3 and -4. 0, -8 is down there. Now, if you're at home making a sketch of this, understand that these are the easiest points to graph, right? Because when you make your little sketch, you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.5, and you're done, right? But we could have done it for any points. We could find other points on this line, other good intersections. I don't think I graphed this particularly accurately, but we could find other good intersections and draw the line through them. It's just that the intercepts are the easiest to deal with. That's why we find them. Okay, so, right, we're going to put it all together. We're going to find the y-intercept by making x equal to 0. The y-intercept is 0, 4. we're going to find the x-intercept by making y equal to 0. So x equals 12, so we have to go to 12, 0. We can plot 12, 0. There's 11, there's 12. Okay? And you can draw a line through the both of them. Now, I want you to understand. Say I could do find x equals 1 instead of what I just did. I could say x, instead of saying x equals 0, I could do x equals 1 and go 1 plus 3y equals 12. Subtract 1 from both sides. 3y equals 11. Divide both sides by 3. Y equals 11 thirds, which is what? 3 and 2/3. And I could plot the number 1, the point 1, 3 and 2/3. Right? But this is way easier, right? There's at this point 1, 3 and 2/3 right there. But we're doing the y-intercepts because these zeros make the math nice and easy, right? And you get to avoid fractions most of the time as well. Okay. Y-intercept, x equal to 0. Divide by 2. Y equals -6. Y-intercept 0, -6. X-intercept, y equals 0. Divide by 4. X equals -3. -3, 0. And there's only one line that goes through those 2 points. Okay, I think we're going to get fractions this time. On the y-intercept, we get x equal to 0. Divide by -2. Y equals -9/2. So I'm going to do the y-intercept is 0, -4.5, right? Because -8/2 is -4. And so 0, -4.5. Where's 0, -4? Halfway between -4 and -5. X-intercept. Make the y equal to 0. Divide by 2. X equals +9/2, so that is 4.5, 0, which is halfway between 4 and 5. Even with fractions, the intercepts end up being the easiest to deal with. And there's the one and only line that goes through them. Okay, we should be looking at that and go, well, the y-intercept 0, -8. It's in slope-intercept form. I don't need to do the work. Now find the x-intercept, because it says you have to find the x and y-intercept. So for the x and y-intercept, the x-intercept, the y equals 0. Add 8 to both sides. Divide by 2. 4 equals x. The x-intercept is 4, 0. Now, we also know something else, though. We could check our work here. We know the slope. Well, what does the slope of 2 mean? It means over 1 up 2. So from here, over 1 up 2, over 1 up 2, over 1 up 2, look, we land on the x-intercept. Truthfully, if you had graph paper or a grid like I do, you could find the x-intercept by doing that. But I don't think it would be faster than the math there. And there it is. We know the slope is 2, the x-intercept is 4, 0, the y-intercept is 0, -8. All right, so the y-intercept, you make x equal to 0. All right, so there's negative y equals 10. So that's divide, there's a -1 there. You got to divide both sides by -1. I think that's why this one's here. Y is -10. So the y-intercept is 0, -10 down there. The x-intercept, we'll make y equal to 0. Divide by 5. X equals 2. Okay, so 2, 0 is the x-intercept. Final question. Y-intercept, make x equal to 0. I think we're going to get some fractions here. Divide by 4. y equals 10/4, but you can't leave it that way. That needs simplifying. So it equals 5/2. 5/2 is 2.5, because 4/2 is 2. Whoops, but that's the y-intercept. So it's 0, 2.5. Right? So 0, 2.5 is halfway between 2 and 3. X-intercept. The y equals 0. Divide both sides by -2. X equals -5. -5, 0 is our x-intercept. And we draw our line. Don't think it drew. There you go. Good luck with the homework.